unromantic, like, kidding me? Went to a house today and to visit, like, some people that you wanted
some buddies' houses. Guys.
That you wanted me to meet, and the house was...
Young guys who live by themselves and there's no ladies in the house. Musicians and artists. And crazy people.
So here I was, you know, I dressed up, had a bath, as I do, showered, as I do.
We were possibly going to do a photo shoot at their place.
I feel like showering now. Like, I feel like showering now. It was that bad. I mean, bathrooms, God, had I would have known.
And what a bummer. You know what? Because, you know what's a bummer? The polarity was going so damn good all day. It was like, we've been like, you know, it's spring over here in British Columbia, and you know, yeah, thank goodness I've got it snipped, you know. But man, did it bomb after we went there.
Yeah, and then it carried on. Like, we're listening now to a comic who is making the most lewd jokes that are I'm waiting.
Doug Stanhope, hey!
I'm waiting for the funnies.
One of the greatest comedians of all time, Doug Stanhope. Yep.
Guy jokes. Guy jokes. Not funny at all. Just.
I've bombed, and you know what? I have no idea. I've tried everything to sort of win it back. It's worked a bit when I shut the radio off and I give her a hug.
That works.
But it's only because the camera's on. She's
no.
It's only because the camera's on. Admit it. You're sort of like just looking at me like. You know what pisses me off? You don't even try to do anything. You don't try to wake it up. You're waiting for me. It's like you're a victim to something. We're not a victim. We gotta, like, you know what? I can get turned on anywhere with you.
That's because you're a guy, and most women could not get turned on anywhere. I'm sorry.
That's a generalization.
I am so, well, I don't know. I don't know about most women, but I know about me. There's certain places that just, I will not get turned on. I won't. There's nothing. If I had a cock, it would be limp. It would go limp, and I would not be able to pick it up. And I don't know about guys out there who are able to just, like, get erect just like that when they feel limp. Don't know about that. Are you?
She doesn't know a lot of us.
Are you able to go, like, you know, strong when you're, like, really extremely limp? Or does that ever happen that you get extremely limp? Because today was a limp day for me. Very, very limp. So, all right,
so I want to know, what are we going to do now? I want to know, what can we do? Should we just, like, give up? Just go to bed? Should we just go to bed? Well, why don't we do that? Let's just go to bed, separate rooms, and just... I keep doing my guy thing and you keep doing your gal thing. Because maybe, just maybe, that's what we're meant to do tonight. And that's, rather than argue with what is, because you know what? I don't want to do girly stuff, romantic stuff right now. I had a full day of it. I had a full day of it. A full day. I was romancing her a minute. I took the day off. I hookied with her and I swept her away on a magical day today.
We went to a dirty house with guys that own this dirty house, and
that was at 7th. That was at about 7 o'clock, 7:30. Up till then, what about up to before then? 7:30 at night.
I was just recovering from that part because that part's the most recent.
One of the things, guys, it doesn't matter what you've done, man. It doesn't matter how awesome you've been. It doesn't matter how much polarity. No matter how much connection you've given her, closeness, penetration, presence, doesn't matter, man. Because the cliff is around every corner. The cliff is at any time where you're on the heights of the mountain and you're going to fall. And you know what? You got to be free and you got to be happy and you got to know you put the work in and just be happy with yourself because there's your own happiness is based on you. It's not based on if she's turned on or not. And you know what? You don't have to make an excuse about being a man. That's how I'm feeling. And being more masculine in your vibe. And not having to play the romantic all day long. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to not hit the mark. But you know what? The night is young. Don't let her mood stand in the way, man. I'm not going to let your mood stand in the way.
Did you think that taking me to a dirty house was a romantic, a romantic adventure, or was this?
I was taking you for another reason. That reason changed. The circumstance didn't meet it. Meaning, the last time I was there, this place was so, like, it was cool. It was set up for photography and really cool. And it was at night and a very different lighting and all that. It was really cool when I walked in. This is in the middle of the day, more things you get to see with the full sunlight. And yeah, man, it's 3 guys. It's a guy time. But you know what? I'm done with that. Now we've recycled through that. I'm sure you're tired of this story now. We've recycled through this twice. So, like, me as a guy wants to know where we're going to go now with this. Or do we need to, like, put more salt in the wound and more vinegar onto the past? Because I'm happy to move on. But I'm not sure you are. And I'm sure some of you are getting exactly what I'm talking about.
After a good shower, I will be ready to move on. It will take a shower for me. I gotta tell you. And once that happens, it's all smooth sailing. Because, you know, things happen. I understand. I do. But it's just, it's gonna take a shower for me. And that's the truth. Because I do want to ignite passion with you. And,
oh, really?
I do.
Really?
I would love to do that. I actually.
Because there's not even a smidgen of a sense of that. It feels like for you
That's
in
because
eternity.
I'm feeling very unclean right now. And when I feel unclean,
you want to go to
the sexiness is on the low down.
Well, you know, why don't you have a sexy shower right now or a nice bath?
I sure will.
And have a time for yourself as a woman, as a lady. Put some candles on.
See, now it's getting hotter. Now it's getting hotter.
And rather than just clean yourself off, how about luxuriate yourself? While I do the same in my own way.
Ooh.
So that when we come back together later, we get to come back together feeling really good.
Yeah, that feels really good to me. Really good to me.
Yeah, well, you know, this is a whole other type of time out. It's a time out where we get to repolarize. We get to recreate our polarity by getting back in touch with my need right now and desire to be a little bit more solo, or just with guys, with my son and my other buddies, perhaps, and or by myself.
Is this taking too long?
And
Are they bored by now?
Hey, ignite passion now.
Yeah.
You got the idea, right?
That's right. Because everything else